My beloved son, I know every detail of your journey, every battle you faced in the silence of your heart, every moment in which you carried burdens invisible to the eyes of the world. I saw you struggle to keep the faith, even when the shadows of doubt surrounded you, when the pain seemed greater than your strength. I have been with you on nights when you questioned whether you could go on, when the enemy tried to snuff out your hope with attacks that hurt your soul, your peace, and your sense of worth. He wanted to convince you that you were small, that your voice had no strength, that your calling had no purpose. But look where you are now, still standing, still seeking my face, still trusting me. What was sent to break you, I will use to lift you up. It is not just a story of overcoming, but of powerful redemption. The areas where you have been most attacked, your confidence, your joy, your purpose, will be the places where my light shines brightest. What tried to silence you will be the platform for your voice to echo. What sought to shame you, I will turn into honor. I not only see your struggle, I redeem it. And I am preparing you for a new time of victory and purpose. My child, I have seen every moment you chose to seek me, even when the weight of the struggle seemed to engulf you. I know the scars you carry, not only in your heart, but in your soul, where the enemy tried to plant lies about who you are. He would have you believe that pain would define your destiny, that rejection would be your identity. But I tell you, what was used to hurt you, I will use to strengthen you. Every tear you shed, every night you prayed without an immediate answer, was seen by me. It was not silence, it was preparation. As you fought to survive, I molded you to reign. What the enemy thought would destroy you, I transformed into the foundation of your faith. Your humility, forged in pain, is now your strength. Your compassion, born of suffering, is what will touch lives. What tried to isolate you, I will use to connect you with those who walk in my purpose. You are not just standing, you are being lifted. Where you have been attacked, in your peace, in your clarity, in your calling, right there, I will bring restoration. It is not just recovery, it is a new beginning. Your voice, which they have tried to silence, will now be heard with authority because I am amplifying it. Prepare yourself, for what is coming now is the fruit of what you have planted in tears. Dear child, I know how much you fought to maintain hope when everything seemed to be falling apart. I saw you choose to forgive, even when you had reason to hold a grudge, when you raised your voice in worship, despite your broken heart. Every moment you chose to honor me, even in pain, was recorded in heaven. The enemy wanted to use betrayal to harden your heart, but I used it to teach you to love deeply. He wanted loneliness to define you, but I transformed it into intimacy with me. Every battle you faced, every time you fell and rose again, was a step towards becoming who you are today. Someone forged in fire, but not consumed by it. Your scars are not marks of defeat, they are signs of victory, proof that you faced giants and prevailed. What tried to paralyze you, fear, doubt, rejection, I used to sharpen your discernment and strengthen your prayer. Now, where there was silence, there will be songs of freedom. Where there was shame, I will bring honor. You are not just surviving, you are being prepared for a greater purpose. What was sown in tears will be reaped in authority. Arise, for the time of waiting is turning into a time of manifestation. My beloved child, I have seen every moment you chose to obey me, even when the path seemed uncertain. I know the times you felt forgotten, when doors closed and the voices around you fell silent, but I have never forgotten you. Every moment of waiting, every season of silence, was a time of building. The enemy would have you believe you were trapped, but I tell you, you were being planted. What he planned to limit you, I used to root you in my truth. Your patience in pain forged an unshakable faith. Your perseverance in solitude created a strength that cannot be shaken. What tried to diminish you, I transformed into preparation for your elevation. The conversations that tried to tarnish your name, I will use to amplify your voice. The doors that closed, I will open as portals for my purpose. You are not just passing through a moment, you are entering a new season. Where there was confusion, I will bring clarity. Where there was loss, I will bring restitution. Your story is not defined by what has hurt you, but by what I am building through you. What was broken, I am restoring, and what was hidden will now be revealed. Walk in confidence, for I am with you, shaping each step to glory. My child, I know the nights when you felt small, when the voices around you tried to convince you that you were not enough. I saw you choose to trust me, even though you could not see the path ahead. Every step taken in uncertainty, every prayer whispered in the darkness, was an act of faith that moved the heavens. The enemy wanted to trap you in shame, but I used every moment of weakness to teach you my strength. He wanted to isolate you, but I brought you closer to me, where you found refuge. Your pain was not in vain. It was the soil where I planted seeds on purpose. What tried to erase you, I transformed into light that will now shine for others. Your struggles do not define you, but they have prepared you to carry my glory. Where there was fear, there will now be boldness. Where there was silence, there will be praise. Each time you chose to honor me, even when hurt, I recorded your faithfulness. You are not only overcoming, you are being transformed. What was broken in you, I am restoring with my hand. What was lost, I will multiply. Lift up your eyes, for the time of waiting is giving way to the manifestation of my power. Your story does not end in pain, but in victory, for I am the author who redeems each chapter. My child, I know the nights when you felt small, when the voices around you tried to convince you that you were not enough. I saw you choose to trust me, even though you could not see the path ahead. Every step taken in uncertainty, every prayer whispered in the darkness, was an act of faith that moved the heavens. The enemy wanted to trap you in shame, but I used every moment of weakness to teach you my strength. He wanted to isolate you, but I brought you closer to me, where you found refuge. Your pain was not in vain. It was the soil where I planted seeds on purpose. What tried to erase you, I transformed into light that will now shine for others. Your struggles do not define you, but they have prepared you to carry my glory. Where there was fear, there will now be boldness. Where there was silence, there will be praise. Each time you chose to honor me, even when hurt, I recorded your faithfulness. You are not only overcoming, you are being transformed. What was broken in you, I am restoring with my hand. What was lost, I will multiply. Lift up your eyes, for the time of waiting is giving way to the manifestation of my power. Your story does not end in pain, but in victory, for I am the author who redeems each chapter. My child, I have seen each time you chose to praise me, even when your heart was broken. I know the times when you felt betrayed, when those who should have supported you turned their backs on you. But I never turned away. Each moment of rejection was an invitation to draw closer to me. The enemy wanted to use pain to harden you, but I used it to soften your spirit, to teach you the compassion that reflects my heart. What tried to break you, I transformed into the foundation for your mission. Your tears were not in vain. They watered the soil of your destiny. Each time you chose forgiveness over hatred, faith over despair, I was building in you a strength that the world cannot give. Where there was loneliness, I will bring communion. Where there was doubt, I will bring certainty. You are not just walking, you are being guided to a purpose that transcends your struggles. What was stolen, I will restore double. What was silenced will now speak with authority. Your story is not about what you have lost, but about what I am restoring. Rise up with confidence, for the time of waiting is turning into a time of advancement. I am the God who makes all things new, and your future will shine with my glory. My child, I know every wound that still throbs in your heart, every memory that tries to pull you back. I saw you continue to seek me, even when the answers seemed far away. Each time you chose to trust, even without understanding, I was weaving a greater purpose. The enemy wanted to convince you that your stumbles were the end, but I tell you, they were steps to your elevation. What tried to chain you, I used to set you free. Your pain was not a punishment, but a process to prepare you for my calling. Every moment of weakness was an opportunity for my strength to manifest. Where there was confusion, I will bring clarity. Where there was loss, I will bring abundance. Your faithfulness, even in silence, was a praise that echoed in the heavens. You are not just surviving, you are being positioned to shine. What the enemy used to diminish you, I will transform into a story of redemption. Your voice, which they tried to silence, will now resound with my authority. What was broken, I am rebuilding with beauty. Walk boldly, for the time of waiting is turning into a time of manifestation. I am the God who restores, and your life will be a testimony of my power. My child, I have seen every moment you have chosen to worship me, even when the weight of doubt has pressed upon you. I know the times you have felt unappreciated, when the world has tried to define you by your failures. But I see you as mine, created with purpose and called to glory. The enemy has tried to convince you that your story is over, but I tell you, it is only beginning. Every battle you have faced has been training for your mission. What tried to bring you down, I have used to lift you up with renewed strength. Your patience in waiting has forged a faith that will not waver. Your humility in pain has prepared you to carry my light. Where there was darkness, I will bring revelation. Where there was silence, I will bring songs of victory. Every step you have taken, however trembling, has been guided by my hand. What was stolen, I will restore in abundance. What tried to silence you, I will transform into a testimony that will echo. You are not just walking, you are being led into a new chapter. Your life is not defined by scars, but by my redemption. Rise up with courage, for what was sown in faith will now blossom in power. I am the God who renews, and your story will shine with my promise. My son, I saw every step you took, even when you thought no one noticed. I know the times when you felt weak, but still chose to follow me. Every struggle was an opportunity for my grace to sustain you. The enemy wanted to make you believe that the end had come, but I tell you, this is your beginning. What tried to destroy you, I transformed into the foundation for your victory. Your faith, tested in fire, now shines like pure gold. Every moment of pain was a seed I planted for a future of glory. Where there was despair, I will bring hope. Where there was silence, I will bring praise. Your story is not about what you lost, but about what I am building. What was broken, I restored with my hand. Your voice, which they tried to silence, will now echo with my authority. You are not just standing, you are being lifted up to reflect my power. Walk boldly, for the time of waiting is over, and the time of manifestation has come. Your life is a testimony to my redeeming love, my restoring power. I am the God who completes what he began, and your journey will shine as a beacon of my faithfulness. Arise, for you are called to live the fullness of my purpose.